Matthew Shack, and you're listening to The Flow Sports Radio Show. Well, game one of the 2016 NBA Finals is in the books, and Golden State does what they always do. They humiliate people on national TV with a 104-89 victory over the Cleveland Cavaliers at Oracle Arena. And it was an interesting game, man. It was an interesting game. Main thing that made it interesting was the fact that the Splash Brothers had the worst game of the year. Klay Thompson had 9 points. Steph Curry had 11 points. And they didn't play well at all. But Golden State's bench outscored Cleveland's bench 45-9. So the bench was straight using Cleveland. They were using their starters, man. I was like, wow, man. Sean Livingston is really good. And then I'm looking again, and I'm like, you know what? Man, Barbosa's still fast. You know, how long he been in the league? Like forever, but he still got wheels. And then Iguodala, he's still Iggy. So I was telling myself, man, during the game, you know, Golden State's bench can probably start on 10 teams in the NBA easily. You know what I'm saying? Like they can be a starting five on at least 10 teams. So that right there was the difference. When your two superstars have a bad night, it still doesn't look like a bad night. You're winning by 15. You guys are just using them. Absolutely using them. And to Cleveland, I say this. How do you allow that to happen when your starting five is on the floor and you're getting mollywopped all over everywhere? How does that happen? Well, I got to put this loss on the homie Tyronn Lue. I got to put it on him because I didn't see any coaching from him at all. I saw a lot of him standing up. But usually when a coach is coaching, you're going to see the cameras on the coach. He wasn't coaching. I didn't see him arguing with none of the refs. I didn't see him working the refs, as they call it, working the refs. And I didn't see any defensive intensity the entire game except the one play during the third quarter where they had Steph boxed in and Steph turned the ball over. They tipped it and he was trying to throw it to Bogut and he tipped it and they were able to run down the court and LeBron got the ball. He passed it to Kyrie, the outlet pass. Kyrie runs up the right side of the court, passes it inside to Tristan. Tristan passes it back out to Kyrie. Kyrie flips it over to LeBron. LeBron throws a Peyton Manning quarterback pass over to Kevin Love on the opposite block. Kevin gets the ball, dribbles, backs him down and goes up and gets fouled and has the and one. That was the best play and the best position play that I seen all game from Cleveland. I didn't see nothing else. That was it. And they had the lead for maybe a couple minutes, but then they reverted right back into dribble, pass it inside, dribble, pass it back outside. Next thing you know, the shot clock's at 6. Then you got to force up a dumb shot. And you get one shot, and then Golden State goes down and passes it to everybody on the team, and Draymond's underneath the basket by himself. Like, hey, man, they ain't guarding me, dog. Give me the ball. So that was it in a nutshell. Golden State does what they do. They embarrass people on national TV. Like I said in the previous episode, Cleveland ain't OKC. I got a message for Cleveland. Golden State aren't the Toronto Raptors. You got to pick up your defensive intensity and your offensive intensity if you're going to even play with those cats. If you don't, you're going to get swept. And that's not something that we need to see. Unless you're a Golden State Warriors fan, then it's great. But if you're trying to watch some basketball and you're trying to enjoy a game, you don't want to see blowouts and people getting swept. You don't want to see that. You want to see some competitive basketball. But let's cut to the chase. LeBron, I have some good news and I have some bad news. Let me start with the good news. The good news is you lost by 15, but it only counts as one. So be happy. You got to go out there. You get to see what Golden State's working with. And what they're working with is a great bench that could probably start on 10 teams. But Golden State didn't win the championship last night. They just got a step closer. So you got a couple of days. Go down to Jack London Square, man. Go get you some chicken and waffles. Might want to go over there and chill, get your thoughts together, and figure out what you need to do to stop the bench. That's the first thing. Second thing is the bad news. Bad news is you lost by 15. And the Splash Brothers aren't even hot yet. That should keep you up tonight. Because that solar eclipse that you saw in the form of 20 combined points by Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson is never going to happen again in this series. So if you're getting smashed around by the bench by 15, don't let those two cats start getting hot, because then you're really going to lose by 30 or 40. So get it together. Figure it out. Watch some film. Tell Ty Lue, man, this ain't the time to stand around and just be happy you made it. You made it as a player, but we remember when Iverson stepped over you, dog. So we don't want Steph Curry to be stepping over you too. Because when Steph steps over you, he'll be stepping over you from half court. And I like Tyronn Lue. But I don't like the fact he didn't coach last night. I don't like that at all. Because that's bad basketball. And I hate bad basketball. But congratulations to Golden State, because you guys are one step closer. Keep that in mind. Game on. Game on.